protect him, to make sure that they are putting up a fight. The Chief Minister is calling this a political vendetta, and he's saying that the BJP government is misusing the independent agency. What do you have to say?
Madam, I find it very peculiar. The whole cabinet is sitting inside the hospital trying to protect an accused. The reason I'm saying this because it is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu now, Mr. M.K. Stalin, when he was the opposition leader. 18th April 2016, he went to Senthil Balaji's hometown, Kulithalai, 7 years back. In a public meeting, he accuses Senthil Balaji of very corrupt, the number one corrupt person in India. He says this same case, cash for job scam, he has done, and he should be punished. Not only that, he accused Senthil Balaji of murdering somebody also. Now suddenly 7 years later, the same case, action is being taken by ED. Suddenly he changes his stance, he calls Senthil Balaji as innocent, which is nonsensical. And second, we have to understand this case is very peculiar because this case has gone all the way to Supreme Court. After M.K. Stalinji has come to power, May 2021, they tried everything possible to dilute this case because the charge sheet was filed in 2018 against Senthil Balaji in the same case. Supreme Court in 2 judgments very clearly said that all the evidentiary values are there. In fact, in the first judgment, many months back, it directed Tamil Nadu police to book Senthil Balaji, file a charge sheet under Prevention of Corruption Act. The state government refused to do because the Home Ministry, police people are under Mr. M.K. Stalinji. He is our Home Minister and Chief Minister also. Now Supreme Court again, 3 weeks before, it passed a very direct order saying, if you don't book a Prevention of Corruption Act against Senthil Balaji in 2 months' time, we will constitute an SIT from Supreme Court, we will monitor the investigation. And why ED is acting now? Because the action by ED was stopped in court by Senthil Balaji on an appeal. That appeal was also vacated in Supreme Court, which ED is acting now. And now Mr. M.K. Stalinji talking about assault on cooperative federalism, affront to cooperative federalism. You have to understand one thing. That in 2016 December, when the income tax raided the Chief Secretary's office inside the same secretariat, he welcomed it. Again, Mr. Narendra Modi ji was the Prime Minister of our country. He welcomed it saying, though income tax comes under the central government, it's an independent body, independent act, independent officers. They raiding the Chief Secretary office means they should have some incriminating documents inside. Now the same enforcement directorate, same government in 2023, only the governments have changed in Tamil Nadu. They raid the Chief Secretariat's office, Senthil Balaji's chamber. Now Chief Minister talking about affront to federal democracy is only nonsensical. I only hope and pray that Chief Minister would look into the facts of the case, the Supreme Court order, and be a responsible Chief Minister. The first thing he has to do is dismiss Senthil Balaji from the ministry and appoint some other minister. Allow Tamil Nadu police to do a fair investigation, because in 1.5 months we have to submit a charge sheet to Supreme Court by adding PCA. That's the second part. That also he is responsible. And ED has to do its job. IT has to do its job. He trying to stop everything. Tamil Nadu people are questioning whether the CM will work for only one family. The CM will work for only Senthil Balaji. The remaining 8.5 crore citizens of Tamil Nadu, they don't have the same treatment from the Chief Ministership. Why? How many times the CM has visited people who are murdered, who are raped, who are killed? How many victims he has gone and visited? Now to an accused is staying from yesterday night along with this whole cabinet. What is he trying to prove?
And so now we see that his wife is moved to the Madras High Court saying that violation of human rights. They say that he was tortured, he was assaulted, they say there are bruises on his face, so many things, so many allegations without even, us getting to see him. What do you think about this particular drama?
Madam, yesterday when the ED raid started, the same Mr. Senthil Balaji met the press outside and he spoke to the press. Then whatever action is being taken in our country, it is being monitored by courts. Nobody is above law. And suddenly in the night after he got arrested at 2 o'clock, suddenly they say that he is kind of threatened, people have assaulted him. Suddenly new theory. It is Senthil Balaji who assaulted the IT officers in Karur. 2 weeks back, what happened? First time in Indian history, the IRS officers, IT officers were assaulted by Senthil Balaji's goon in Karur. Now suddenly he is saying the officers have assaulted me is nonsensical. Of course, everybody has got the right for medical treatment. The law is very fair for everybody and law will do its job. Now, trying to add stories to it, drama to it, to say that he was assaulted is only nonsensical, I would say, madam.
So now the Chief Minister is calling out to all the opposition parties to come and support him and this ED investigation going on. What do you think about that? Do you think this is going to play out in the 24th?
I just hope and pray the opposition parties, they understand they cannot unite against corruption. Whole India, the opposition parties are coming together only for corruption. This is a classic case of corruption. Supreme Court is monitoring it. It is happening for the past 5 years. Charge sheet was filed in 2018. 2 times it has gone to Supreme Court. Supreme Court is monitoring now. Now you are joining together to protect Sendil Balaji. What kind of opposition unity is that, madam? People are also watching the opposition unity. They say, oh, unite not for developmental politics. You unite only to criticize the Honorable Narendra Modi ji, who is doing a fantastic work for poor people in India, all sections of society, for the last 9 years. You unite only against him. And then you unite to support corruption. People are asking the same questions to all the opposition friends.
So one last question. Now the doctors have said that they have to do a bypass surgery and there's something very serious with his health condition. Do you think this will change the course of action of the ED's investigation?
I don't know, madam. Tamil Nadu generally is a land of drama. You all know. They do all things possible. But end of the day, we have to respect the medical opinion, which can go for a second opinion also. All in the Institute of Medical Science, doctors can also come and check. There is a provision. They also can go on appeal. I hope and pray that law will take its own course here. At the same time, the health of an individual is very important. That nobody is denying it. But using that to circumvent the investigation, Tamil Nadu has seen multiple times. When Karunanidhi ji was arrested also, the same thing happened. So I hope and pray, in this case, that will not happen. Genuine medical consideration should be looked into it. But at the same time, a strict action would be taken about this kind of person. Only then it will have some respect for rule of law in this state.
Thank you so much, sir. So that was the BJP State President Annamalai speaking to us about the situation currently is prevailing with the ED investigation on Minister Sendil Balaji and the arrests that have taken place. But at the same time, the medical conditions that is also prevailing in the Omandurar Government Medical Hospital in Chennai.